What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, I want to show you a new plugin from WA Production called Multibender. This is essentially a multi-band delay. It's unlike anything I've seen before. Let's go over the controls, and then I'll show you how it sounds. So going across the top, we have our standard controls for a delay. You've got pre-delay, your timing, and in this circle, you can select single, triple, or double. You have your feedback control, Haas, which is going to offset the left and right, and then you have your wet and dry mix from 0 to 100% here. On the outside, you have the input and you have the output. And then below that, you have your three different bands, and these can all be set independent from each other from their time, feedback, and gain. And if you click these drop down here, you can access another menu that gives you options to add saturation, bit crush, and detune. So, and clicking this is going to take you to WA Production site, and then clicking the name of the plugin here is going to completely bypass it. And you can bypass this input here for these controls. Okay, so as you can imagine, having a multi-band delay, this is going to be very drastic, dramatic delay effects. This is not something you want to use if you want a simple delay, but these are for very outgoing effects here. I'm going to show it to you on a vocal as well as how I used it on a track for music production. But let's start with this vocal. So right now, I've got a low cut set to, let's get up to 100 hertz here. And I've pulled in the high cut a little bit, and then you see our three bands here. And the first one is set to a quarter note. All of them are set to a quarter note. Let's listen to this, and then we'll change that around some.
I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up. He sold a dream, I ain't wake up. Clean up the rack, girl, that's enough. I won't be hurt, not after love. Gave my all and I've had enough.
Now, one thing I want to also add I'm doing here is I do have a compressor here after Multibender for some ducking. Let's change these times. Let's change this one to a fourth, and you can double click these to get back to default settings. And you can click this to bypass each one, which we'll experiment with just in a little bit. We're going to leave the low end on a quarter note, and we're going to move these up to eighth. And let's take a listen.
I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up. He sold a dream, I ain't wake up. Clean up the rack, girl, that's enough. I won't be hurt, not after love. Gave my all and I've had enough.
So definitely busy with all three of those bands going on. Now let's bypass the mid and the low, and now we're only going to hear a delay on the highs.
I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up. He sold a dream, I ain't wake up. Clean up the rack, girl, that's enough. I won't be hurt, not after love. Gave my all and I've had enough.
All right, let's bypass the high. Let's listen to just the lows.
I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up.
And then let's bring in the mids, and let's take this up to a 16th now.
I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up.
All right, and lastly, let's mess with this Haas effect here. And this is going to offset the left and right.
I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up.
All right, kind of giving you a ping pong effect there. All right, let's switch over to Logic now, and I'm going to show you how I use this on a track for music production. So I'm using Multibender on the piano in this track, and this is what the track sounds like right now without Multibender. And now let's add Multibender in. So just adding a little ear candy there on that piano part. The final thoughts on Multibender here. I think if you're looking for a delay that's going to get you some really dramatic and different effects, this is definitely one to check out. I kind of want some EQ controls on these, and I definitely think it'd be cool if I could set ping pong on and off for each individual band. So have, you know, some bands as just a straight wide delay, and then others as ping pong, and also a mono too. Being able to switch mono between the bands would take this even further and make it even more interesting and unique than what it is now. But again, if you want a delay that is going to give you really different textures, because thinking of a multi-band, being able to set delays per band is pretty crazy. Okay, so that's Multiband or Multibender from WA Productions. I will have a link in the description if you want to check this out. If you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see content from me, then you know what to do. All right, any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. If you're interested in having me mix your song and my mastering engineer D. Lyles master it, check my link tree in this video description. From there, you can email me, you can visit my website, and check out mixes that I've done.